Okay. Yes.
I was going to ask, is there anything like relatively simple and easy to really make you like stand out on your resume or an interview? There's something like quick that would really make you stand out.
A good handshake. Because I get terrible, uncomfortable handshakes all the time. Walk in, shake your hand strong, and look the person in the eye. Immediately, I'm more interested in you than if you give me the dead fish. Anybody? Not good. Good handshake.
Act like you already know them or that they're a friend of a friend. Because then you're going to be a little bit more comfortable with them and have that vibe of kind of, hey, you know, I don't want to say, hey, what's going on, but, you know, you're into this instead of, you know, I have a 3.4 GPA and I did this. You know, you kind of just need to relax and be your, you know, I hate to say it, but relax and be yourself and present yourself as well as you can. Because that's what they're going to remember, like, hey, this guy's got it on the ball. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for that they're responding to you, that there's good interaction.
But basically, a way to stand out is to have some sort of contact before the interview. Use the fraternity, use the career center. You know, email the alumni chapter and say, do you know anybody at X? And we'll tell you, do you know anybody at X? Another way, something I recommend you all do every year, is use the fraternity. If there is a company that you are interested in targeting, have them come speak to the chapter. Okay? Have the entire chapter conspire with you to make you look like the most important brother in the history of This is not that hard. If you go to your VPPA and say, hey, I want to help you get a speaker from X. First of all, the VPPA is going to love you because this means they don't have to do any work. But second of all, you've now got a contact. And then you can say, hey, I'd like to buy a cup of coffee. I'd like to have lunch. I'd like a job share. Okay? This is an easy way to have a connection before you walk in here.
And remember, don't baste your barbecue. Molly.
It helps if you know the family. Yes, my job interview was my birth certificate. But that was not my first job.
I was going to say one thing on the resume. And I would encourage all of you to go see the experts that are doing the resume reviews today. What you don't want to do on a resume is try so hard to over-impress that it's ridiculously long. Because in my opinion, nobody in here, in fact, probably including most of the alum, including me, should have more than a one-page resume. Because when you start getting bigger than that, you're really trying to pack a lot of good stuff, which means that some of your accomplishments get lost.
Oh, I would say the opposite. Some of the resumes I read today, you are doing some really neat stuff, but you're not telling us exactly what that means. I saw some things I was like, I need to know more about that. And it's not listed at all.
And along with that, like, if you're doing something like fundraising for X, the dollar amount that you fundraise, or the number of people you manage, like, give us some quantified, right, exactly, so we get our head around exactly how much experience or how hard you work with all of that information.
Who forgot to put you're a member of the International Fraternity of Delta Sigma Pi on a resume I read last night?
Shame.
Yeah, keep in mind the one-page issue is not as much of an issue for you all as it was in our world. Like, you never, when you graduate, there was no way you were one line over one page. You all are applying online, and a recruiter cannot tell one page versus two online. You can't see it, so you don't have to worry about the like exactly the line. Delete something if it's going over. Don't make it like so long that it would print out 2 pages. That's too much. Probably even 1.5 pages is too much. But if you're over one line, like we used to all go in and go, what am I going to delete? What am I going to take out? You guys don't have to worry about that though. Until you get to the interview, they'll never know.
To an extent. There were a few registrants that had 4-page resumes.
Yeah, like I said, 1 page over, anything more than 1.5 pages is certainly too much. But that one line is an issue.
This is very real if you don't know it. There are 2 stacks of resumes that have come into a company. One that a person has said, I know Katie Koch, you know, and it's on this stack. Then the other stack is like this. So think about it before you just apply online. Have a friend, an older brother, you know, whoever your dad, fraternity brother. You're going to be on that short stack. That's the best way to make sure that it's
Okay, so we need to wrap up, and we need the alumni need to get to the areas that they need to go to, and same with the students.